If Mohale can finish his degree, I'll be the happiest person on earth. I'm praying for him a lot. I will always pray for him, even if it means it's 3 a.m. I will wake up, I will pray for him. Wherever he is in my prayers as a mother.
How was that for you though, being head boy?
When I was head boy, it was more about being an example, more than it was about me being head boy. It was a beautiful journey because it taught me a lot about myself as well.
Yeah. There's another dynamic to it because I know in school you face a lot of bullies. At that time, did you know that you were gay already? I know in school you face a lot of bullies. At that time, did you know that you were gay already?
So at that time, I really didn't know I was gay. I just knew I was different.
Yeah.
Because I would sort of question the attraction I had towards girls and how I would feel when I'm either with another boy. So I knew I was different. I didn't know that it was called being gay or what being gay was.
Mm-hmm. And when did it happen for you though? When did the realization happen?
So it happened when I was in matric. I was smart enough to sort of start researching why I feel the way that I feel. Mm-hmm. And I started realizing that I actually have an attraction for men.
Did you have a boyfriend?
I didn't have a boyfriend. I actually had a girlfriend.
Where's the girlfriend now?
She's on Facebook. she's around.
But would you say that you're gay or bisexual? Is it straight cut?
I'd say I'm gay.
You're gay?
Definitely gay.
But you know, in another season, you spoke about, trying out women.
Yes, I think it was more from a perspective of having children. Not trying them out, particularly in terms of dating them. Mm-hmm. Because I do want to have children, and obviously women are that. Yes.
And the person that you're having this conversation with is Somizi.
Yes.
And I want to go back to the day that you were in that queue.
Yes.
About to get your book signed.
Yes.
Did you think that life would turn out the way that it did for you?
You took me.
Did you think that life would turn out the way that it did for you?
Definitely not, because even with going to the book signing, my cousin who is from Kimberley was coming to Johannesburg. He said, hey, I've got a gift for you. Turns out the gift was Somizi's book. And when he arrived in Johannesburg, he then said to me, there's also a book signing happening. Mm-hmm. And we then went to the book signing, and as we stood in the queue, I got a call. Before the call, he kept on pointing at me with a pen. And then when I came back to the line, my cousin was already with Somizi signing the book. And Somizi refused to sign my cousin's book unless I was back from the call that I was making. And then I came back, and the rest is history.
The rest is history. But were you a fan before you got there?
I wasn't a fan. I just liked how he advocated for being himself. But
you of course knew of him and knew about him.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I think he was all over television. I knew that he was on Sarafina.
I don't know if you've watched the latest season of Living the Dream. Do you watch it all?
I don't. I was shocked the other day that actually, my name came up a lot in the program.
Well, it comes up every episode.
Oh, yes, it does. And there was a legal document that was binding the both of us from speaking about each other on platforms like these.
But the thing with this one, and going back to the conversation about being a fan, is that not necessarily Somizi raising this, but his daughter and her mum raising this issue that it was almost like a fan meet celebrity type of relationship.
The fact that they met at his book launch and he was a fan who wanted an autograph, we already know that the dynamic there is already fan celebrity.
Look, I think I can't really speak for them, That is how they probably saw it and see it with other people, because they spend a lot of time with Somizi around people who are his fans. I was definitely not a fan.
How long after that, the phone number exchange, did you guys decide that actually let's go for this?
There was no phone number exchange. So on the 25th of September 2017, I received a DM from Somizi.
Okay.
He made a pic mix of our pictures and he said to me, "This is how we're going to look on our wedding day." I really didn't take anything seriously because I wasn't sure what that was. And I really didn't think that he would want to pursue a relationship with me. Even though he was in my DMs, we then went on our first date.
Is this on the 24th of September?
This is on the 24th of September. It was a Sunday. He was coming from Idols. It was him and his 6 friends. So I wouldn't really call that a date because it was
But
more
it was
of
an anniversary. You guys called it an anniversary.
It was definitely,
Yeah.
but I think the date itself was centered more around his friends being there. So there was no conversation between us. And it was only 3 weeks later when we took a trip to Swaziland when I sort of got to know him and I realized that I actually like him. And there could possibly be something that comes out of this.
In that moment when it was you with the friends, was Vusi there?
No, I actually only met Vusi 3 years into my relationship with Somizi.
And when you first met Vusi then, what did you make of how he perceived your relationship?
There was not much that happened with Vusi in the picture. I didn't know much about him and I wasn't sure how much he knew of me because there was never any discussion with Vusi besides him trying or wanting to save the relationship.
Trying to save which relationship?
So when the relationship was sort of taking its toll and we were not okay, Vusi would always be the one to intervene. In that he would call me and say, "Please fix things with my friend." And that's literally the only time.
But in this season, Vusi is the same person who said that he didn't like you.
Did I like Mohale? No. No. I only tolerated him because Somizi loved him so much.
I was particularly shocked because I didn't spend much time with Vusi. And I think Vusi came to the house probably 3 times when I was there. So I wasn't sure how he reached a conclusion to say he didn't like me. I wouldn't really have much to say.
But it seems
about
strange,
his
don't you think,
things.
that here's somebody who, when you guys first started hitting your stumbling block as a couple, was a person who was calling you to say, "Hey, please fix things with my friends." And the same person now comes out to say that he never really liked you.
If that was his way of looking out for his friend, to say that he didn't like me because of where the relationship is at the moment or what's currently going on, then so be it.
Because he says that the relationship also changed Somizi.
Somizi spent quite a few years without being with Vusi. So I'm not sure how he says that change happened when Somizi met me, when they hadn't been so close for a couple of years. So the change that he's talking about might have been an inevitable change that happened when he was not friends with Somizi before Somizi met me.
Okay. What about Tommy? He seemed to be rooting for you guys when you even got engaged, you know?
Yes, he was there.
He was there, he was taking videos.
His friendship with Somizi was a beautiful one, and I just knew it from that.
How did you allow us to go? Don't shake me. How did you allow us to remain in the water? For 2 hours.
And just last night I was very this close to post a celebration of my friend.
And then you drank.
And I was late, huh?
That's your friend. Look, please second. I will carry you in my heart forever.
However, I do know that they are no longer friends anymore.
They're no longer friends.
No,
And you don't know why.
at all.
I find it interesting because when you guys went to, I think it was Amsterdam, and there was the engagement that took place, and a Orlando then popped up. And well, you seemed very, very uncomfortable, and you'll tell us why you felt uncomfortable.